Okay, so this is going to be my reviews slash impressions of Battlegrounds in Hearthstone as of January 2025. So, here's the thing. When I first started playing Battlegrounds, it was very confusing to me. Okay. I know they give you a basic summary of things, but I feel like that certain things they leave out. The more you play Battlegrounds, the more you realize that people who bought the season pass for Battlegrounds itself do have a, I don't want to say unfair advantage, but they definitely do get an advantage. That is worth noting. But with that said, the gameplay you see on screen right now, I ending up in third place, and I do not have the Battlegrounds season pass at all. So as of making this, I did not have the Battlegrounds season pass at all. And let's talk about Battlegrounds in specific. Okay. Battlegrounds is one of those things that once you get into it, I believe it's one of the things you can be dialed into. But there are, as a free to play player, currently there are two heroes you can choose from with hero abilities. You can re-roll based on how many coins you have. You'll get some free coins, re-roll coins, by going into the whole, free battle pass, free tier reward progression. But for the most part, you can also pay for more tokens, or if you get the premium pass, you'll have four choices instead of two. So that's something to keep note. Other than that, everything seems fairly normal. Now, I will say this. I I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I did not. I only thought Battlegrounds was okay, I guess I should say. My friend kind of dragged me into it originally, but the more I played it, the more I was like to her, you know what? Not that bad. Not that bad at all. It takes some strategic playing, especially if you get terrible. If you get a terrible hero, it takes some strategic playing of sorts to actually get anywhere high up on the board. As far as I know, there's no super big reward for winning. I think that the ranking system technically, but I don't really think it does much of anything at the moment. So I feel like for the most part, there is zero pressure to actually win, meaning that if you end up losing, no harm, no foul. Sometimes it's fun to see how far you can go. Sometimes you do want to concede once you hit 5 health. It's just a number of things. Now there is actually a card in the main game that correlate to Battlegrounds in some way, shape, or form. Bob the Bartender is its name. I think everyone has access to it, if I recall correctly. What it does is it lets you discover one Battlegrounds spell, which you only would know what a Battleground spell is if you played Battlegrounds. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Now, Battlegrounds, back to Battlegrounds, I guess I should say. Battlegrounds as a whole. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would, actually. I'd recommend you at least give it a shot. It's this weird mix of kind of a draft-esque type mode with like a free-for-all set thing, and basically you just have to be a bit strategic. Now, I've tried a bunch of different class combinations. Oh, you guys stick to your guns as well as be willing to be flexible. Okay, that's a friendly note for you guys that are interested in trying Battlegrounds. And as of recording this, Battleground doesn't actually cost any currency to enter it technically. So in theory, you can just go into Battlegrounds, play, have fun, and whatnot. And as far as I can tell, you'll still get the vials or whatever at the end of the thing. So Ah, you know, you can go and have fun. You can even go in with your friends, actually. As I mentioned earlier, my friend, she dragged me into Battlegrounds. Anyone on your friend list, you can just hit Battlegrounds and then it will take them in. You'll be playing against them and six other people, but for a total of eight people. But yeah. And that's also, as you're seeing on screen right now, there that makes it last a long time potentially. Okay. Very long time because everyone had the timer is the same for everyone. No, as the turns pass by, it adds extra time to the timer for everyone because things can get pretty complicated. Also, I would like to note if you have a super terrible PC, Battlegrounds may not be for you. Okay. I only say that because it it can get kind of crazy with all the special effects. I think most modern PCs should be able to handle it just fine. But if you have an older PC, Battlegrounds might mess your PC up a bit. So yeah, just like rough it up a little bit type thing. So yeah, that's worth noting, I suppose. But oddly enough, phones these days are pretty crazy because my friend, she was playing on the phone for the longest time. Of course, she ended up downloading Hearthstone on PC because PC is definitely a quote unquote better experience or easier experience, I should say. Not necessarily better. I mean, technically, some people prefer playing Hearthstone on mobile because then they can do other stuff throughout the day and whatnot. And I totally get that. For me personally, I've tried both and I feel like you have more options. I feel like it's just a better quality of life experience. You can hover over cards, see the keywords and what they do, all that stuff. So that's why I personally prefer desktop. Also, there's a chance that on mobile you'll end up accidentally doing the wrong thing. I know it seems odd, but it does come up. But yeah, my thoughts on Battlegrounds. Not bad, in my opinion. If you pay for the Battlegrounds Season Pass, not to be confused with the regular Tavern Season Pass, but if you pay for the Battlegrounds Season Pass, in my opinion, you do get an advantage. Is it unfair? Maybe. But you do definitely get an advantage. Of course, it goes without saying you get more rewards as well. But yeah, that advantage definitely there. Definitely worth noting about. If you do decide to try Battlegrounds, let me know. Like I said, it currently, as of this review, it does not cost anything to play Battlegrounds. Okay, it does, except for your time, lots of time. Like set aside a good 20 minutes or so, 20, depending on how long you last. It could even be longer than 20 minutes. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Battlegrounds. Like I said, let me know if you decide to check it out. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.